Okay. Everybody set? Okay. Yeah, I felt going into today's game that, Temple was playing just about as well as anybody in our league. So very pleased with where we were at in the first half. We moved the ball well, attacked their defense well, defended extremely well, took care of the ball, rebounded it, put ourselves in really good position against a team, like I said, who's, got some dynamic scores, can score from, at least for the most part, 4 out of the 5 spots, and their 5th spot is a guy who, in earnest, just a knows his role, does a great job. So I felt really good at halftime and saw the continuation of how we've been playing in terms of playing the game the right way, moving the ball, sharing the ball, defending, all the things that we talk about and are striving to, get a little more consistent on. And unfortunately, we didn't do any of that in the second half. And, give them credit. Their length and athletic ability bothered us. But we were at times casual with the ball, 13 turnovers, -7 on the glass in the second half. So our Achilles heel that have hurt us in so many games this year that we've done a much better job of recently, came back. And again, I say it's not that we're out there by ourselves. There's another team out there that's very good, so give them a lot of credit for that. So, we've taken a lot of steps forward over this probably last 5 or 6 games, and in the second half today we did not. We plateaued. We did not do or play the way that we have been playing. So that's something that, again, and I think Temple deserves a lot of credit. They have something to do with it, but we didn't respond as well as we have in the past.
Coach, Steph finally had an off game, and he's been playing really well.
Mm-hmm.
And Terrence has struggled the past 2 games.
Yep.
Are the minutes catching up to them?
A little bit, a little bit. I think, Steph has had 7 straight, I think, double-figure scoring nights, and has done a good job running the team and so forth. And then, one of the things that obviously he's accustomed to scoring, there's going to be some nights where maybe you're not making shots, you know what I mean? And that you still got to find ways to impact the game. And, he just didn't play as well as he's been playing. Terrence in the last 2 games hasn't played as well as he's been playing. So, one of the things that happened again, which was unfortunate, David got in foul trouble in the first half. So he doesn't play the last 4.5 minutes of the half, and that always puts us in a tough spot, especially with the minutes that we're playing. So, I think there's a little bit of that fatigue factor going in. We usually see it a little more in the second game of the week as opposed to the first game, to be honest with you. We're trying to manage it as best that we can. Just sometimes you got to dig down a little deeper.
Looked like you were able to exploit kind of a mismatch in the paint with Manderson. Looked like he had probably his best game as a Bull.
Well, it's back-to-back. I thought his best game as a Bull. No, let's rephrase that. His best game in his career was the other night against UConn, and I thought he exceeded that today. He's been practicing a little better, a little greater focus, a little greater attention to detail. Obviously the one thing with Isaiah that, said before, the consistency is his biggest piece. But, I think as we talk about, if you play the right way and every day in practice you're getting better and you're valuing what you do every day, it just gives you a better chance to play better. Doesn't guarantee it, because Steph didn't play well tonight. He's practiced well. It's important to him, but it just gives you your best chance. And I think Isaiah's kind of reaping the benefits of that right now. And we need him, we need him a little more consistent on the defensive end. But he's, again, very pleased with how he's playing, his aggressiveness. Today I thought he made really good decisions with the ball in the post. Probably one maybe bad shot other than that. But we our guys trust him to throw the ball in there, and he did a couple nice, kickouts as well. So we got to keep going to him, and I think that hopefully as we move forward and get on this stretch run right now, he continues to play that way. Very, obviously very happy for him. Been a tough, long road, but he's starting to reap some of the benefits right now.
Could you see him maybe getting more starts as the
Again, that would be starting, not starting. You're talking to a guy that, I'm going to be honest with you, that doesn't matter to me. And when you're really good and your program's really good, it doesn't matter as much to the players either. I think he's comfortable. He hasn't played well when we've started him. You know what I mean? He hasn't played well. He knows he's going to get minutes. Today it was, what was it, 27? And that's, I'm going to be honest with you, that's about the max. If he's playing as hard as we need him to play offensively and defensively, 27 is probably a stretch. But he dug down on some defensive possession, got us some rebounds on the defensive end where we struggled. And that was, our defensive rebounding and our turnovers cost us the game, and those have been the two main areas all year long. You go back to everything. Empty offensive possessions, either by turnovers or forced difficult shots, and defensive rebounding have been the things that we've struggled at when we haven't competed at the level we need to compete at.
Their length or just their lankiness kind of give you problems? I mean, it's just a very long team.
Yeah, I said it out there on the radio. They're long and athletic, and I obviously have competed against Dump for a long time. He's a great coach. Teams are always a little bit similar, the way they play. They compete, they play, they're tough. And he's always got, I remember Deontay Christmas was long. They recruit to that. But the one thing I said, they didn't get any longer or any more athletic at halftime. They were the same in the first half as they were in the second half. So did we respond as well? That's the thing. That's the thing that we got to take a look at, and we got to, say that we didn't. We did not.
In terms of that response, Temple came in scoring at an alarming rate.
Yep.
And in the first half, you guys were controlling their 3-point shooting, especially off of dribble penetration.
Yep.
Transition defense was pretty good. Other than the live ball turnovers that led to some runouts in the second half, what was happening in the half-court defense?
Our half court or their half?
Your half court.
So think about this, and this is what ends up happening. We only have 5 turnovers in the first half.
Right.
So they don't get really any easy baskets on runouts or whatever. They got 2. Obi got a 3 in the corner where our transition was not good, and they got the dunk going down the middle when 2 of our guys didn't sprint back. Okay? Those were the only 2. They made some drives in the half court, but they're good. It's not like you're going to hold a team scoreless. The problem, what ends up happening is those shots that they make in the second half are just so much easier because they're getting the easy baskets off our turnovers. And now you're feeling good, you're getting transition, you're getting M1, you're getting whatever, because your defense has created some easy ones, or you're getting a second chance, and instead of going 0 for 1 and us getting the ball, now they go 1 for 2, or in some cases 1 for 3. They get 2 offensive rebounds in a possession. And so now you're giving them too many chances, and you're giving them some easy ones. Once they see that ball go through the hoop a couple times, now some shots that they missed in the first half, you start going in. And what you end up doing is you're going against the odds there. You're just giving them too many opportunities. And as I always say, when you turn the ball over, it takes a little bit away, even if they don't score up right off the turnover, takes a little bit away from your defensive intensity. It's just, when you have empty possessions on offense, it takes a strong, gritty, tough team to still get down in that stance and check. And I'm going to be honest with you, we ain't there yet. You know what I mean? We're not there yet. We don't have enough guys that, understand that okay, that possession's over. Let's get a stop and a rebound. And again, that's part of the whole thing that we're going through. We're gonna get there one day where it won't matter what's happening on one court. 5 guys are gonna be in the stands, 5 guys are gonna be knocking guys around, defending and rebounding the ball, and the defense will win us the game, and the offense will tell us by how much we win. Right now, we're not at that point.
Anything else for Coach?
All good. Thanks, guys.